Welcome back to Video Sama with another episode of our Hanashi round. Today we are talking about Trigger's BNA, brand new animal. And usually we would do it episode by episode, but today, since there's 6 episodes already released, we will do the whole bunch of them.
Right. So let's do a little overall at the beginning. Overall, I think it is interesting, but not.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It's cool visually. It's really awesome. I love the colors. Seriously,
it's Trigger.
It's Trigger.
Then
it looks
not disappointing
sweet
on that level.
And I like the setup, the idea behind it, but the big but of this thing.
You like big butts, I heard.
Yeah, right. It's a massive butt I like. That there is too much fluff. They try to do world building, but the world building falls flat on more or less. Yeah, it falls on their butt quite heavily. It falls short to too many things that we don't really need, or maybe don't. At least I don't want to see. They're cute. Sometimes they're funny, but the narration doesn't go forward as much as I would like, and I think you could exchange the parts that we've seen, like the baseball episode, the Instagram episode, with more content about what are the actual stakes, like what is going on, what is actually happening in this world. We are scraping it, and there is always a little mention, and then there is a lot of fluff to just puff it up and show us cutesy stuff or how she deals with the world.
Like so far, like I said in the whatever this format is called, in this other video about BNA, that reminds me more of Little Witch Academia, that it's more like kid-friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's less kid-friendly than Little Witch Academia, but way more kid-friendly than Kill la Kill. It's like I said, we have the kind of same build-up like Kill la Kill. It had these pretty slow episodes at first to kind of build the world and the characters and how it's all working and to connect to the characters. And I feel like this kind of could be the same build-up in a way.
Right, it is a similar build-up, but we had a lot of character building and character arcs with Kill la Kill. It wasn't just Ryoko that we saw what is happening with her, like we see with Michiru. It's basically Michiru pure that we get, and how she feels about everything, and we forget everything else.
And she's our kind of like gateway to this world, so probably we see it through her lens, kind of.
Exactly.
And like so far it's not a bad show. It's
not a bad show, definitely not.
But for me to make it like a really, really awesome experience, it would have to have more depth
to it. Yeah,
to
absolutely.
The world, to the characters, and like you said, higher stakes. There are no stakes at all. Like in the last episode, they kind of hinted at something that could develop. But
there is something hinted in the beginning, and there's something hinted in the 6th episode.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
I like it per se, but in between, it's just like the baseball episode. It is supposed to be important to show that
how cruel the world.
Cruel the world is. That they're not just the humans are aggressive towards the beastmen, but the beastmen within themselves are also not the greaters. Like the hint with the Dodo team that got extinct, which is funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah. It's more like this survival of the fittest animal kind of esque theme, right? They just use that.
It has cool ideas. It has some really nice and great jokes. I laughed a lot. I enjoyed it. When I binged it, I just went through it. But in the end, I thought to myself, right, cool. Not much happened in this time.
Like they could. I mean, like if it's Trigger, maybe they do like 12 episodes, Then they have the big aliens are invading twist, and everyone goes to space and fights an army of invading
that
aliens.
Could be it too. Like, I mean, the mayor looks shady.
Yeah.
She looks shady as hell. She might be an alien too.
Yeah,
who knows?
Maybe. Let's not go into predictions right now.
Right.
Let's look at the episodes for a second. So in the first one, we have Michiru like escaping to this city, kind of, and we see the like that humans are out to kill the beast.
Right.
Obviously, it's not like a game or like some kind of racism thing.
They don't live together. They live apart from each other or against each other almost, which is sad. But they build the safe haven for them, for the animals. So
I feel like they build it themselves.
I mean, the animals themselves build the safe haven for themselves to escape from the humans.
I feel like the backstory is more interesting. Or
Maybe.
would be very interesting. Like the whole, how does it develop and how did that happen?
The whole dynamics between humans and beastmen is quite cool. But it's hinted at, it's still missing.
So let's the big question is this going to be 12 episodes or 24? If it's 24, I have in theory high hopes for it that it could pick up and really get the thing started, the story. For 12 episodes, I feel like it could be a bit short to make it really great.
Is right. Especially as I said about the fluff episodes, it makes it really difficult. The best comparison for it would be Kill la Kill, still I think, because same studio and to be honest a very similar setup and so on. But with Kill la Kill from the beginning you had the high stakes, you had the high hopes, desires, goals for the main character or some of the other characters, and you had very extreme, fast-paced episodes, or at least extreme episodes where you were like, whoa, what is happening? That is missing sometimes here for me. I mean, the baseball episode tried to do that, like going a bit more extremer and going wacky and very dynamic, but felt out of place.
So, the second episode.
The bombs. It was the bombs.
Was it? Wasn't that in the first one as well? When
No. The first one had the bombs. Had one bomb during the cultural festival they had. The anniversary festival. Animalversary. The anniversary festival. And then we met this guy, Shiro, which is a white wolf. Can beat up people very well. He doesn't want to use his claws or his teeth. He beats them up with his fists for some reason because they're not worthy to use his animal instincts on, I guess.
Or maybe it's just going to be too bloody.
Alright, it's going to be too bloody.
I feel like that, like it's the tameness is calculated. They're not trying to be a kill la kill. They're trying to have like a bit toned down kind of show.
Yeah, right. That can be it. It's quite family friendly with the cute characters and some of the sub themes, and it's very cutesy with the animals. Like it's not even a furry style that you can eroticize as with Beastars.
You can eroticize everything.
You could. Alright. It's not as much fetish fuel as Beastars is, for example. Right. Everything about it was. It was very sexually laden.
Yeah.
And here it's more fun and cutesy.
Right.
The second episode was she wants to get her wallet back.
Yeah, and the testing stuff.
Yeah.
Because the big twist we haven't talked about yet is that she's human and one day she turned into a tanuki, which obviously is not something that happens. Because
that's not normal.
you're either human or either beast man. You're
Yeah,
not
and you
turning beast
Yeah,
man.
and you can't really intermingle in this world between beastmen and
Yeah,
and
you get
humans.
killed as a beast man in the human world.
right. But so far we haven't seen any hybrids between human and beastmen.
Yeah, but they have like I think this was the second episode. I'm not sure where they kind of go into the biological kind of aspect, and they're saying that it's two different species that developed from each other. So yeah, from a biological aspect, I think it's impossible to interbreed.
Right.
But
so in this
whatever.
episode, in the second one, we have also more world building where
A lot of world building.
a lot of world building. We through the chase of the robber who stole Michiru's wallet, she follows him and then she gets nowhere basically and wants to find out where to get the wallet, how to get the wallet back. She hears about this gang leader woman, grandma.
I don't know.
Her
Something.
the rabbit, old rabbit woman.
Okay.
Yeah, she was supposed to be a rabbit, I think.
I'm not sure.
And not very pretty bunny.
No, not a Playboy bunny.
No, not at all. Also not a bunny girl in
Right.
the classical sense.
So she goes there, then she has like this meetup, and these other women there are like, okay, teach the kids, and we help you. I think that was kind of
Also, most beastmen are able to transform back, which she isn't. So the gang immediately takes offense to it because it's like a sign of aggression, ferocity to go there in your beast form instead of your human form to negotiate.
Which I think is weird for the
In a
whole
way.
aspect. Like,
In a way,
why
yeah.
can they even turn human? That makes no sense.
Well, it might be from the classical Japanese tales how like the Tanuki Kitsune
But
turned to human.
But they kind of they started off and then they're like, yeah, look at this, and we have the biological aspect, and it's two different species, and they developed independent from each other. But the animals can turn to humans. Why?
For some reason, it's not really talked about that much, and it's not like a glamour spell or enchantment.
I feel like this is just like a distinction for Michiru probably to be different.
Yeah.
And to also like sell this thing to not furry enthusiasts, so they have like human characters, and look, he's a white wolf, but look now he looks cool, he looks human now, you can like the show as well. Maybe it's kind of a selling point.
Gives like funny setups for jokes and the comedy.
Maybe it's cooler, right? Look, he's human and now he's getting badass mode. Ooh, I'm a wolf now. Maybe
that is true. It's like Super Saiyan.
Yeah, right.
Just in wolf form.
Yeah, which is totally the same.
Yeah,
thing.
and so she meets grandma or whatever her name was,
who's going to sell kids. Well, we don't know that yet.
And we don't know that yet. She's supposed to teach them, which I thought was a cool idea in that she is giving back to the community.
Kind of.
Kind of. But it turns out it's all bull. BS. It's all BS. It's BS.
Ah, now the circle's complete.
Right. It's BS, you see?
Yeah.
She is being sold out basically. They the children the children and Michiru are supposed to be sold into slavery.
Right. So that's the second episode. And
the important part about the second episode is Michiru of course fights back, and somehow she can elongate her arms and transform her physical aspects and appearance. There were hints at it in the first episode, but in the
OP.
The
OP is spoiling it, everyone.
Yeah, as usual, OPs are spoiling it.
Yeah.
Don't watch openings.
Yeah.
But she apparently can transform her shape. She can shapeshift, which is not normal for the Beastmen.
But neither we see it, but neither anyone in the show knows that yet. Okay, so the third one, let's just go quick through this. So the mayor comes to Shiro's office,
Right.
and Michiru is like, "Oh my goodness!" And the mayor, for some reason, knows about Michiru and her that she was human.
Right.
So she offers her help because she's like totally involved with the medical
Facility.
center,
Also, she used to be a scientist and has a
Yeah.
PhD in genetics? Question mark.
So this is where my first alarm bell is going off for
Right.
she is not what she seems to be.
Yeah, right.
So-
She's kind of shady.
Yeah. So then, like, fast forward, they go to the building, and these two research dudes recognize Michiru,
Yeah.
and
What animal is she supposed to be?
Wait, Tanuki?
No, I mean the mayor.
Oh, I don't know what the English word is. Nacktmull? What is
All
that-
right,
that thing?
mole rat.
Mole
Maybe
rat?
she's a mole rat, but
Oh, and she's a mole.
right, we got it. We got it. We
That's
figured
a
it out.
hint. That's a hint right
A
there.
mole rat or maybe a sphinx cat.
Probably. I don't know. I feel like the last.
She is quite wrinkly.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just old. She has medical knowledge and genetical knowledge, and she
the
says-
researchers knew about Michiru.
Yeah.
That's something I feel like we have
Right.
to keep in mind for my
So there
big
is
assumption.
this big bomb plot going on, which is basically unnecessary. It's just
Yeah.
for us to get to the medical center,
Right.
where we find out. So bombs everywhere, they defuse them, blah blah. Michiro goes off the rails and does things by
Shiro
herself.
has this super ability to smell the past, kind
Right.
of.
So he can sense that the bomb that was set off in the laboratory wasn't actually a normal bomb like the ones outside. It was a bomb that was chemically cleaned afterwards in a very,
Yeah.
very, very short time. And anyway, we find out the scientists, they are not quite nice.
Yeah.
They are very corrupt.
They panic. They try to get away. I think he wanted a helicopter, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the one guy, the
chameleon
chameleon
kind of
guy
thing.
wanted a
Yeah.
helicopter and money for some reason.
Yeah.
Well,
to go where exactly?
the cliche trope of taking a
Yeah,
hostage.
sure.
They took Bichiro hostage. She transforms again to fend him off, falls down the top of the building of the medical center, which is a very, very tall building, of course. And Shiro jumps after her to protect her, and he falls down and he should be dead. And then there is this mention again of, whoa, is he immortal? So
Yeah.
there is where one of my theories comes in a little bit
I
later.
feel like this isn't even a theory. At that point, it's too obvious.
At that point is very obvious.
Yeah.
Like, he is a white wolf, he is the protector, and he feels
Because
like he has to protect everyone, right?
Because in this world you have this myth about this godlike
Yeah.
white wolf that is basically their god, kind of. And
Yeah, it's a beastman that can fully transform into beast shape, which is
Yeah.
also not normal. There's only
whatever that is.
there's only certain beast types or beastmen, whatever, that can transform fully into beast mode, beast shape. And that's why this god is also special. He's glowing silver white, which is cool. He always appears when the beastmen are in grave danger. Right, the 4th episode, it's with the dolphin girl, the daughter
Yeah.
of Flip,
Which
which we
is-
don't know yet.
Well, the mafia boss kind of dude.
Yeah, the mafia boss,
Yeah. But maybe like this episode is just more world building. Nothing
It's
really,
world building,
Nothing
it's-
really happens. We
it's
just see
suppo-
that the humans are bad. They travel
we
to the
should-
human world. We meet this kind of dolphin Instagram model girl,
Right.
who is obsessed with the human world. Michiru finds her. They're like befriending each other. She's like, "Oh, I have this friend in the human world. Let's travel there." They go there. They get exploited, kind of, nearly
Right.
killed, kind of.
Right.
And the humans are at first very nice, but then it turns out they just creeped out by the beast.
They're creeped out and they're basically ignorant. Like it's this thing where they say, yeah, we like the beastmen, they're great, but in total they have no real interest, and it's just a gimmick or like an extravaganza they have at the moment to
It's hip. It's hip
It's
to
a-
be tolerant for the beast.
Hip to
man.
be tolerant. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have the baseball episode, which is more world building,
It's
obviously.
world building, and it's very dynamic, and it's
I
very
thought this was the
weird.
worst. For me, this was the worst.
Yeah, for me
episode.
too. I really didn't enjoy it at all. Like I didn't like the bears that much, and it just felt off. Like someone else made this episode in the style of.
And we have this awesome backstory of the coach.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
But I mean, like,
what was
we
he
have-
supposed to be?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, like in the flashbacks, he looked more like a wolf kind of.
Yeah,
dog
wolf,
kind
jackal,
of.
donkey. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't say. Like he looks like a creepy
Yeah,
goblin
like-
kind of monster,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
with his pimple nose.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. But every episode has this one theme kind of to it. Not
Right.
everyone, but most of them. That humans are bad.
Right.
So either Trigger just wants to make a kind of social statement.
Humans are bad.
Humans are bad. Not humans are bad, but it's like a metaphor for inclusion or like racism, that the Beastmen are like discriminated against, and it's all just a big thing just against racism and stuff. So which would kind of make sense because it's picked up by Netflix, which is a
Right.
Western
Right.
medium.
So we have some social justice implements.
maybe, but it's not like that hard. I mean, like not that bad, because I feel. But let's not. That's okay. So okay, at the end of the 5th episode, we have this kind of the first real cliffhanger, the first real lead up to anything
Right.
that led to the 6th episode. We don't cut that out. Which is kind of introducing Michiru's like friend when she was human.
Right.
And we have this kind of backstory that they were in an accident and they went to the hospital together, and then we see that her girlfriend or her female friend turned into a animal as well.
We had some massive Yuri vibes in that
Did
moment.
we?
I think we
I
did.
included them. I think it's just based on me, just saying girlfriend. And she turns into something that looks like this mysterious god everyone
Right.
worships, which is kind of a mystic, not a real thing people believe in, but more a mystical thing. But she is like the thing, and we have this cultist that like use her like a god to gain followers.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's basically the episode. Like she wanted to be an idol, and now she's like, now I'm an idol because I'm like a god.
Yeah,
That
so
is basically being an
this
idol.
episode started really cool with we have this cult, we have this her friend that turned also into a beastman, and she pretends to be this white wolf creature, but in actuality she is a kitsune, like a fox. So similar to the tanuki.
What does the fox say?
Right. I want to be an idol.
I know. All right, let's cut that
So
out.
we have this theme of her being a kitsune and Michiru being a tanuki, of the Japanese fable creatures that can transform, can turn into each other, other
In
things.
this one episode, Michiru had this
Yeah,
leaf on her
the
head,
leaf
which
on
I
her
know
head.
is a thing, but
Yeah,
I
for
don't
the
know
tanuki.
what it is. I don't know what the
I
tail
think
behind
they
it
use
is.
the leaf to help them transform.
And it
Well,
was,
if you have the knowledge for it, let us know in the comments below, of course.
So the 6th episode, I feel like, is where the highest point of the whole show.
Yeah, right.
Like from now on, everything can or cannot happen. I mean, like
Right.
We know how the world works now, and we now have a kind of story that unfolds.
Leads up to
We
it.
have an antagonist, kind of.
Right.
And-
We basically have the same as our protagonist. Like
Yeah.
she has the same theoretically abilities,
A background.
similar background, and they're polar opposites.
My prediction, first of all, is that the mayor is involved in the transformation of Michiru and her
Yes.
friend. that she's kind of the like mastermind behind it. She made a kind of a serum, and then when they went to the hospital, she kind of tested it on them.
Right. I'm not sure if she is per se evil, but she has something to do with it.
I have also a theory why she did that.
To get humans and beastmen closer to one another.
Yeah, kind of.
To turn all the humans into beastmen.
That's my theory, because we have seen that she talked to some kind of human leader over the television phone, and they're kind of we're just tolerating you.
We don't like you, but
cocky. We can
accept that you exist.
Yeah, but he sounded like we can kill you every day. We could just come in and but if every human would turn into a beast man, the problem would be gone.
Right.
So I feel like this is her plan. She just wants to turn every human into a beast man. So she's not evil per se. She's kind of just trying to protect the beast man. She's just doing a job.
Misguided. But we haven't seen enough about her to make a full conclusion. She just looks shady.
Yeah. So and my second prediction, which is more theoretical, is that it all depends on 24 or 12 episodes. But okay, let's say we have 24 episodes. Then I would say the next 6, they're going to kind of the friend of her, the white fox, is going to. I mean, like, they're now in the city, accepted into the city, and they're going to build up the cult, and they're going to be a very opposing kind of faction. And Michiru is going to be on the side of the mayor, and they're going to fight and kind of da. And then then we have the big trigger reveal that the mayor is behind it all, and she's like super evil maybe, and
maybe she's even an alien.
Maybe she is an alien, and that's the big thing. And then they join forces, Michiru and the fox girl, and fight this bigger threat together in the next 12
So we're
episodes.
back to Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, no matter what, I would be very surprised if it would go the, like, 100% my Little Witch Academia route, which had no twist and had no turn and was just a cute show that had a plot.
Like the animation.
Yeah, that had nice trigger animations and had a plot and was nice to look at, but nothing. But normally with Trigger you have these big twists. They just happen in the middle of something, and there's one, maybe even 2 or 3 of them.
And often it's aliens for some reason.
Yeah, why ever? And sometimes even people turn into spaceships. If you know what I mean, give the video a thumbs up. So,
it's a different kind of show. It's different, which makes it cool. It's interesting. It's exciting. It has cool animations, as usual, from Trigger. But we will have to see where this is going. If they keep up the ball, if they higher the stakes a little bit, or if they drop it completely and we get more and more fluff. Because I don't want to see cotton candy.
Yeah. I mean, like, that was my prediction was the best case scenario.
Right.
But I'm a pessimist. The worst possible outcome is just 6 more episodes. She's going to have some kind of clash with her girlfriend, with the fox girl, which is going to be revolved at the 12th episode because she realizes that her path is, her way is misguided, and she's like, oh no, I'm a clan, like a cult leader, and that's not a good thing. And then they
so basically 2 more story episodes and 4 more fluff episodes.
What did you guys think? How do you guys think? The overall perception is that it's a good show. I read very little criticism. I think we're going to get bashed for how much we criticized it.
Yes.
But that's our job, kind of. I mean, like, we are pessimists and we like to criticize stuff. Not for the sake of criticizing it, but we're just
looking at
critical people. That's just
we look at it from different perspectives. We've seen so much anime in our lives that we know what we like and what we dislike.
Sick of it. We just hate it.
We hate it. Anime is our job now. It's terrible.
Nobody's even paying us for it. And that's where you come in. No, just kidding. Yeah, so either way, tell us in the comments what you think is going to happen, like a little prediction, if you think it's going to go like anywhere like
Put
we
up
think.
spoiler tags so you don't spoil anyone else.
We don't have spoiler tags on YouTube. That's
Alright, never mind that.
It's a big problem. Everyone who is going to watch this, don't read the comments if you have not watched it.
Well, don't watch this episode if you haven't watched it.
Fair enough.
Right.
To use that catchphrase.
I hope you enjoyed the episode. We're looking forward to see you next time. And like, subscribe.
And ring the bell, you
Ring the
mother.
bell.